find something scary. So I got the differential attached to the springs, and been thinking about the bearings and why it was leaking oil and stuff like that. On one side there's a O-ring that was missing. On this side there's something scarier. There's this washer, I guess you call it, that gets bent over to hold the hub nut in place. And on this one, it's been flattened out to remove the nut, but hasn't been put back on to hold it in place. That's scary. So I'm down here, about to put the differential back together. I bought the new gasket because I knew it had to come off. And guess what? The new gasket just doesn't fit. So putting it on, it tore out here, 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 and here. So I looked up the price of this gasket that just doesn't quite fit, and it's €1 or $1, whatever. So instead of spending $1, I get to spend probably 45 minutes making a new one. So wasting my time. Because this was close, I'm going to use the inside to just kind of get started, and then I'll put it on and show you how it goes. I'm going to make it out of this paper bag. Usually you use the old brown paper bags. I don't know if they still do that at grocery stores. Last time I was at Walmart in America, they took like one item and put each one in a plastic bag. One item per bag. That's what we need for the sea turtles and everything. So I'm just going to cut this and get a nice big sheet to work with. We don't need a handle, so get that off. You can see it fits on there. Alright, so the quickest way to transfer this pattern is just with some spray paint. Now you don't need to coat it all, you just need to get enough on there to leave the impression. Bunch of dots. That's all. That's all you need. Then you pull this up. Ta-da! It's like magic. Now I'm going to give that a second to dry. Then I'm going to start by cutting out just a little bit smaller than the actual pattern, and then I'll cut it a little bit bigger as well. Then I'll have enough to start playing with. So I tried to put this on to see how it fit. You can see it's just way too tight here, and on the other side as well. So with that knowledge, I'm going to cut this to the inside of the line. Okay, now technically, this one should fit as poorly as the first one. Okay, I can't even get it on there without fear of breaking it. So, Time to make it smaller. I had to mark my starting point so I don't go past it and just keep spiraling. It's a little bit tight in a few places. As you can see, it's still bowing up a little bit. I'll try and trim it down just a smidge more. That's about halfway around. There, now it lays down well. This trick I learned watching, what's it called? University Motors. Wonderful series on mostly MGs, but you know, all these little British cars are basically the same technology. It all comes from the same era, sometimes from the same company. MGs and Sprites, often identical. Different badges on them. So what he suggested was take a ball peen hammer, and where there's a hole, just start tapping gently. You're not trying to like break through, you're just trying to dent the paper. As you can see, I hope, gives you a nice round hole. Shows you exactly where that's going to be. And put some spring clamps on it to keep it from walking, keep it from moving around. Here you can start to see how far off it was. Well, I don't know if you can see. The spray paint holes over here, it's about a 1/4 inch over to where it's wanting to make the mark here. With those marked, I can go around and mark the edge now. And one final step with this one, where this big gear is, there's little indentations. I want to make sure I get those. I can't get in there with a hammer, so I'm just going to use a pencil. As you can see it, some of them actually cut the holes out. It's fabulous. The other ones I might have to take care of. Before I cut this all out, I thought I would lay it up here and see the difference between the two. If I line it up with this hole and this notch, you can see there's quite a bit of a difference. Like it was made to fit. So I just installed the brake hose, and now I'm going to show you how to install the other one, the clutch. These are the tubes that run up to the hydraulic tank. So the easiest way to do this is to look at the old one. See, the old one has this beautiful 90-degree bend on it. So we're going to do the same on the new one. To do this, we have this pipe bending tool, which works really well. Get that up out of the way. Since we want this right on the end, we're going to attach it like that, and then pull this down. And it's 90 degrees, so we're going to pull this. See how it's bending it? It's keeping it inside that this form to keep it from being crushed. You bend it around to 90 degrees. That'll go in there like that. Oh, but wait, the rest isn't the right shape. It's all curled up. What are you gonna do? Well, this is a bit more difficult. This, we're gonna straighten out by hand. I know that sounds so scary, but it's not so bad. Just a little bit at a time. Don't get crazy. Use your leg. It actually bends really well. Check it every once in a while, see where you need to straighten it out. Are you going to get it perfect? Nope. These are going to be good enough? Yep. So, there you go, now it's straight. Now, there's another little weird bend we gotta put in it, but I think you get the idea how this works. Okay, so that's me playing around. There's no real good reason to have this on the ground today. However, I just wanted to. There's still a lot of things to go on it, a lot of things with the suspension, a lot of things with the wheels, but I wanted it on the ground with all four wheels on it to see how it looked, because it's been way too long. It's awfully short. If you like this video, click the like button below. If you want to come along on the ride as we complete this project, click the subscribe button. If you want to make sure Google reminds you every time there's a new video, click the alarm bell. Your support is very much appreciated.